Hey guys, I'm back with our battle video from the VGC Wi-Fi tournament against Matthew, who will survive. So I'm challenged by Matthew. I don't remember where he's from, but he was showing those four plus Polytoad and Kingdra, and when I see Polytoad Kingdra, I have to lead with Jolteon Hitmontop because I don't play around, but he kind of faked me out. He led with Terrakion T-Tar. So I'm thinking I have my Jolteon out there. He's probably going to protect the Terrakions because the Terrakions usually always protect first turn against Hitmontop. And I figure he's going to try to Earthquake, block the Jolteon, get an Earthquake off the Jolteon. That's what I figure he's going to try to do. His Terrakion does protect, but his T-Tar also protects. So he went for a first turn double protect. I am not for that move. It's very rare that I make that play. I usually don't even set myself up to be able to make that play first turn. So I go for the feint against the Terrakion. Now I can attack it. It's not protected anymore. I broke through that protect. Feint's an awesome move, better than fake out in a lot of situations, especially these Wi-Fi tournaments. Do about 50% damage to Terrakion this turn. And I get Staraptor out, so now both of his Pokemon are at -2, and they're both physical Pokemon, so looking good. Right here, I set myself up for the Hitmontop Do-Si-Do. He can't protect either of his Pokemon. He can switch, which is probably the ideal choice, but he has his Rock Stab. He's probably going to go for some kind of Rock Slide, so he can either go for a double Rock Slide here, or like a Rock Slide Stone Edge. We'll see what happens. So I pull the Hitmontop back as part of my Do-Si-Do. I get Nidoking out there, who I have named Amethyst. Staraptor's Hawkeye. And I go for the U-turn right there. Hawkeye U-turns out of there. Deals super effective damage to T-Tar. Maybe about 40%. And I pull Staraptor back out. And I get Hitmontop back out there. So now both of his Pokemon are at -3. So his Pokemon aren't going to be doing much damage, even with stabbed rock attacks that I resist. Terrakion went for a Sacred Sword with a Biting Gem. But he's at -3, not very effective against Nidoking, does 30 damage. Like, it's 6-hit KO. And then he Rock Slides. Deals not very effective damage to both my Pokemon. And I take Sandstorm damage, we all love that Sandstorm damage. So right here the plan is to just go for a Mach Punch, and then just Earth Power the Terrakion. Just deal damage right here, just offense. I don't need to maneuver right now, I just need to attack. So he sends out his Garchomp, he switches Terrakion for Garchomp, and he withdraws his T-Tar and sends out his Abomasnow. So he did not use Polytoad Kingdra. He kind of faked me out with that, but not that it mattered. Well, we'll see if it matters or not. So now it's hailing. I go for the Mach Punch. Deal super effective damage against the Abomasnow, probably about 35% it looks like. Go for the Earth Power against the Garchomp. And I deal some nice damage to the Garchomp. Yeah, right there. Probably about 60, maybe 65%. And he takes hail damage. Nidoking takes hail damage. And Hitmontop takes hail damage, but he heals it off with his leftovers. So right here, the plan is to throw up a Wide Guard, block the Blizzard that's probably coming, and the possible Earthquake if he decides to use Earthquake, because Abomasnow doesn't take very effective damage to it. But we'll see what happens. So Wide Guard protect me from the Blizzard, but his Garchomp went with a Dual Chop against Nidoking. 1 hit, 2 hits. Nidoking survives with 12 HP and fires a Fire Blast at the Abomasnow, melts it, burns it. I don't know what happens to Abomasnow when it catches on fire. Ice Grass, does it melt? Does it set on fire? Who knows? And Garchomp is buffeted by the hail. And Nidoking survives the hail damage with 3 HP. Survives 2 hail damages, Dual Chop, a Sacred Sword with Fighting Gem, and a Rock Slide. Nidoking, you're a boss. He sends his Tyranitar back out. I know he's not going to want to take a Mach Punch. He can't switch Terrakion to the Mach Punch. The only thing he can do right here is protect the T-Tar. And since he's going to protect the T-Tar, that gives him a turn to use Earthquake. So I get rid of Nidoking, send in Staraptor so I can float above the Earthquake. Just love that float above the Earthquake. And to get another Intimidate off, get both those guys at -1, which is always good. T-Tar protected just like I thought. I predicted the protect. I feinted him. Broke through that shit. Yeah, you fell for the feint. T-Tar didn't take much damage for the feint, but Here comes that earthquake that I saw coming. Yeah, that's, ooh. It's probably like one of my most proud moments in a very long time. Just that one play alone. So simple. And I use his own force against him. Sandstorm damage, and at this point, like, it's a done deal. I'm just gonna Mach Punch, Brave Bird. It's a done deal. Matthew realizes it's a done deal, and he forfeits at 3-4. This is like one of the best battles I had. I had control the whole time, and I made the most awesome play at the very end. And Matthew has tact. He's a classy guy, and he's a good opponent. A lot of you other fuckers would rage quit on that. Alright, later guys.